Hello everybody. Yeah, today's a beautiful day. Yesterday we had some pretty bad rainstorms, but today is an awesome day. God bless us. It's almost May. Yep. There's bees out there. Now, I wanted to show you something I just got. It wasn't because I wanted to get it. Because I kind of forced myself into getting it. I was loading this big tractor onto this gooseneck here. The tractor hadn't run in years. Matter of fact, the heads were gone off the engine and stuff like that. I had gotten it as a project. As many others, realized I don't have time for a project, and had a lot more drive when I had when the opportunity came up than I ended up having afterwards. I would have loved to have been able. This is a big old 70 horsepower International, but I just didn't have the time for it, and it was going to require a lot of time and knowledge that I really didn't have at the time. So probably a few mistakes, costly mistakes along the way. But at any rate, I was loading it on here. As you see, there's no winch or anything on here, so that came with its own set of challenges. Well, my other trailer, my low boy, it has a winch mounted on it, but it also has 3,500 pound axles. So it's a 7,000 pound trailer. And I don't know how much that tractor weighed, but I'm pretty sure it was over 7,000 pounds. So I was gonna put it on this gooseneck, which is 14,000. And figured, oh, well, I'll just put a snatch block up here. It'll be great. It'll be fine. How many times have we done that? Hey, Robert here with R7 Homestead. I'm going to share some problems I had along the way with you. Unfortunately, I didn't get to film it. It was windy that day. It kept blowing over my tripod. So I have since bought one that has, you can hang a weight on, and that ought to help. But that be as it may, I'm sure a lot of y'all have had the same problem. You're trying to figure out some way of doing it. So what I did is I backed up to the tractor here. I went and I put a snatch block up here and ran it right out this way to the trailer, to that 12,000 pound Badland Harbor Freight winch. I'd love to say everything went well, but how many of y'all know that that just doesn't happen all the time? So I get it, finally get it start coming up, and I have the small trailer is hooked on to my 30 horsepower tractor. It's actually a Mahindra 26. This trailer is hooked up to my truck, and then I've got that big old tractor in the middle. And as you can imagine, my Mahindra didn't hold it. It did its job, but I was expecting a lot out of a smaller tractor. So that being said, I ended up with a lot of problems and moving around and doing this, doing that. Well, along the way, we have controller for Badland winch. We have where I ran over my controller with the Badland winch and ended up pulling the wires out of the plug. I tried to splice it together. It did not work. And here I am. When that happened, the back end of the trailer right here had sucked up to the tractor tire, which had lifted it up in the air. So here I am. I can't get my winch to work because the controller's broke. I've got this sticking way up in the air, about 4 feet up in the air. I can't go forward. I can't release the winch because there's too much tension on it. And I'm trying not to bend anything on the trailer. So yeah, things were looking pretty hairy. So I took a jumper cable and I jumped from the positive over to here, which allowed the winch to go backwards. I held there just enough to get the tension off of there so I could free spool it, get everything unhooked. Well, I ended up loading it on the back, or running the cable through the back, which is what got me in that position in the first place. But I was able to make a block and tackle system using another snatch block, which we know causes mechanical advantage, and I was able to load it that way. Long story short, got it loaded, got it delivered to somebody who has time and knowledge and ability to maybe put that tractor back to work one day. So that'll be awesome. So let's get to the video. I thought about buying the remote control, because you can't buy a replacement one of these, or at least I couldn't find a just straight replacement for the winch. I didn't mind the corded because of what I use this for, but cordless is always a good thing. It's always a good thing. So I was looking, they have a cordless, which is $39. And it's got kind of this big, about the size of your hand remote. And I said, well, yeah, but what happens when the batteries go dead? Which always happens to me. And then they have this one, which was $59. It's corded or cordless. Yeah, let's go with that. Well, I had to wait a little while for them to get it in stock, but they finally did. And this what makes it cordless. Okay, this plugs in to there. And I have a 5-prong, so this plugs into there. And we're going to try it out today and see how it works. You see all this cable I've got laid out because of the position I was in. So we're just going to plug this in right here. Now it's a little close or tight to this spring for my liking. It kind of pushes that spring a little bit. Don't know if I'm a big fan of that. So I may have to, and I've got the box scooted over as far as it'll go. So I may have to move that box. We'll see. Because we definitely want that spring tensioner on there. That helps keep it spooling right. And this little remote, you see it's got a plug there for the Hardwire, or you got this little handy remote. So we push a button and it says press mode for 3 seconds to turn wireless on and off. 1, 2, 3. There we go, wireless. Hey, look at there. It's working. So I don't see any reason why it won't work. It works in outfeed, works in infeed. So we're gonna spool up this big old mess we got here, and I'll let you know how it works. Okay, as you see, I don't have it all, but I've been winding it up. I changed over to the corded because I didn't want to use up all the battery in my cordless for no reason. And it just, as soon as I plugged it in, it automatically switched over to wired. So, I think it's going to work pretty good. I'm really, so far, very happy with it. I read a few reviews. It comes in this case, a really good case. I was keeping the remote in this little case here, but now it has its own case. So I'm pretty happy with my purchase, and we'll see how it works out. Hey, you know what? God's given us such an awesome day like this. Go out and make somebody else's day better. We'll see y'all when we see y'all. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. hit that little like button, hit that subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. Just take a second and hit that button so that I can continue to know that y'all are interested in this, and I can keep bringing you content. Hey, thanks for sharing. Thanks for coming by, spending a little time with me. See you later. Bye-bye.